Hello everyone, welcome to Buzz In with Barb, Thursdays. Hello, hello. Hi Tanya, hi Taryn. Snowy Illinois, yes, it's snowy here in Michigan too. Hi Deborah, just finding everybody on my phone here. Oh, and you know what, I forgot to make sure that notifications on my computer are quieted. So, welcome June and Nancy. Hi everybody as you're jumping on. Let's see if I can get myself situated so that I can see the comments. Hopefully they'll just keep coming like they're supposed to. We'll see. We'll see. How's everybody doing? I am happy to be here. Hi Deb. Hi Sue. Thank you for sharing, everybody. So, if you are new to my channel here on Facebook, or if you're watching me from YouTube, my name is Barb Ryder. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Michigan, and I am coming to you to share some projects that you can get for free that's with an order with me. Let's say you decide that you're already a demonstrator and you want to make them yourself. Well, just watch the video and you can do that. If you're watching me on YouTube, I would sure appreciate a thumbs up at some point once you see what I have going on. And I'll remind you again towards the end. But that does help it get shared in the algorithm on YouTube. So, also, if you haven't subscribed already, you might want to do that, because that way you can go and probably find my videos quicker, unless you really know how to get into Facebook and can figure that out pretty good. So, all right. Well, I have some fun projects. I'm hoping that you'll enjoy what I have to share. Like I tell you every time I see you, I hope that you'll learn something new. That's my whole purpose here, is to teach you something, to share something you might have forgotten about, just to give you tips and tricks, okay, and give you some great projects that you can duplicate. All right. I sure appreciate everybody being here and sharing. Okay, so what I'm going to do, first of all, we are going to turn down the camera. And we will see, I had 15 share from last video. I have them all written down with numbers. So we're going to do the random number generator. First thing, okay? So let's go ahead. I'm going to turn the camera down. And I have all the names here. And you will be winning the fine sparkle. Look at the sparkle. Oh my gosh. And then there's another color underneath here. You can't really see it. It's the sweet sorbet kind of color. They're hiding. Anyway, that is what you will be winning. Hi, Diana. Hi, Jean. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Lynn. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. We're going to go ahead and do the number generator. And let me just get that right here. And we have number 1 through 15. And this is for last week. I said I would go back and do the ones that shared. So I had 15 people share. Got your names and numbers written down here on my little booklet. And so let's see. Let's see if I can go get this out of here and go there. And let's just hit start and let's hope that it works good and see who our winner is. All right, 1 to 15. And who will the winner be? Stop. Number 10. Number 10, see, I have everybody's numbers here, and number 10 is Carol Helms. Carol Helms, my chicken scratching here, but Carol Helms, you are the winner of the Sparkle Gems, so I'm just going to circle that, and there we go. All right, so let's get started on our project. I am going to start, I think, with the easiest to the hardest, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. I just need to get my stuff moved out of the way here. Don't think I need my pen. So let's put that here. Okay, and we'll get this. I'm going to go back to my video here so I can see your comments. I'm still here. Okay. All right. So the first one that we're going to start with is actually going to be using the stamp set, Simply Fabulous. Okay. I don't know if I've shown this one before, but we're going to do this one and do a fun project with this one right here. So let me get my phone set up so I can see comments. Come on. There we go. All right. See if I can just leave it right there. Hopefully it's not in your way. There we go. All right. So let me just grab my things that we need here. There we go. And let me see. I think I can just lay it right here. You guys can see my colors and everything that I have going on. Okay, so what do we have? Let me pull all the parts and pieces out of the envelope. Now, you could do this with any, hi Margaret, thanks for sharing. Hi Sue, welcome everybody. I'm so happy that you're here, and I hope that you'll enjoy everything that you see. I've got my little trusty ruler here. So for this project, so this is card number 1. So for this project, we are using Pear Pizzazz, Calypso Coral, and So Saffron, and the Memento Black. Now, if you don't already have this Memento Black, it is currently not orderable, but it's supposed to be back February 6th. So hopefully you already have this, but if not, just FYI if you are looking to purchase that. We're also going to be using the soft polyester ribbon, which is the petal pink, and it coordinates with what we're doing here. Okay, so let me just get my act together. Feel like I'm shifted to the sides. So what we're using, we have So Saffron, and this is 8.5 by 5.5, and you will just take this and fold it, and if you score it, it's 4 1/4. If you just fold it, it's just going to be folded right in half. Okay. All right, so there is that. Probably, yeah. Okay. Then I have used the contour dies and pre-cut this, die cut this white out. We're going to be using that. We are going to be using a piece of scrap paper, and we'll stamp on that. This is just a quarter or half an inch that we're going to be stamping our sentiment. We have a piece of vellum that's in the packet, and that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then we have this awesome paper, and this is one that you can get for free in the Celebration catalog. It's $100, but it's if you purchase $100, it's a $100 item. They have 2 items that are $100. Hi Gail, welcome. Thanks for sharing. And so this paper is a huge pack of 48 tons in there. There's just some great papers in there, but this one I think coordinates really well with what we are doing. And then this is just an extra piece we're going to use on the inside. Okay, so I've already pulled the pieces that we're going to be using. I've already got them on my blocks, but Simply Fabulous. This is a polymer set. All kinds of fun sentiments and pretty flowers. If you're watching me, I know you like flowers because you guys know I like flowers. So hopefully this is a great project for you. Let's see here. I'm just going to grab all my stamps out and move this basket so I can function better. Okay? This basket is cramping my style here. Okay. We need to do a little bit of stamping, and let me just grab my mat, because when you're stamping with polymer, you will probably want to have some type of a sponge just to give your stamps a little, what do I want to say, some sponge to get a good, nice image, especially with the polymer stamps. Alrighty. So the things I need to stamp on are this, and this. we're going to be using the Let's Celebrate. So that's going to be in the memento. So let's just go ahead and get that stamped. Yes, Margaret, I am a flower girl all the way. I have to make myself purchase other things, you know. Okay, so that's what we have with the black, and I'm going to come up a little closer so I can see where I'm at. Make sure I'm still in the camera for you guys. All right, so let's just stamp that, like, let's hope that's straight. Yay, I did a good job. I love when I do a good job. All right, grab my cleaner, because I like to clean as I go. So that's the first stamping that we have to do. The next stamping that we're going to do is we're going to, first of all, let's cover this black up before I get everything everywhere. Okie doke. There we are. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to use the Calypso Coral, and we're going to take one of the solid flowers that's in the set and just ink that up. Now you notice that I didn't like slam it in the ink really hard. I just, I'm tapping it just to make sure that I have a nice coverage, but you can see how that's all covered. And this is a darker orange, it's the Calypso, and I just need to stamp that on my scrap. Alrighty, and we're going to leave this open because we're going to need to use that in a second. Again, we're going to set that aside. And then on this piece right here, we're going to do a few things, okay? So you'll take this, and we are going to, first of all, we need our pear pizzazz. I'm just going to open them all up because I need them all, okay? Get my hands out of the way here. Or my blocks. What am I talking about, hands? I'm using my hands. There we go. That works better. Okay, so what I need to do first of all is we're going to take the word hooray in the So Saffron and ink that up, okay? And I pulled So Saffron because it really kind of just pulls in the colors of this designer paper, okay? You could use Mango Melody, which is a lot darker, but So Saffron is what we're going with, just to give it a different kind of look. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to stamp the word hooray once. Let's take it and stamp it again right here. And we're going to ink it up one more time. And we're going to come down here to the bottom and say hooray. Okay? So that is what we're stamping in the So Saffron. It's very light. And close that up. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to grab my scrap paper here because I want to make sure that, well, I'm not going to go off. There we go. I only have the scrap if I am going to go off of the paper itself. Hi, Jan. Welcome. I sent you an email. Check your emails. So this is Pear Pizzazz, right? Isn't that what I said? Yeah. I turned it around so I couldn't see the color, the name. All right, Pear Pizzazz, and let's ink that up. I wanted to make sure that that's nice and solid. All right, just, there we go. And this will kind of go like that. All right. Now, I want to show you this, and I'm not going to turn it over. It is what it is. But you can see how it's not very solid dark. That is because I need to re-ink my Pear Pizzazz. So, just make sure that you have something solid. But here's a tip for you. Let's say that happens to you, okay? I shared something with the blender pen last week. Now, one of the things you could do is you could bring your blender pen and you can come in and color that a little more solid. I've got some ink on the side here, so I'm going to pull that in. I'm going to see if I can make that darker. But the only reason I'm doing this is because I did not get it as dark as I wanted to. But here, this is a tip for you. Let's say this happens to you and it doesn't quite get the complete darkness that you want. You can pull in some color and just make your, kind of fill in where you're not as dark as what you would like. But anyway, that's a tip for you, okay? There's a tip. I always like to give tips as we're stamping. Okay, so there's that. The next thing we're going to do, I think I'm done with this green. We're going to go back to our Calypso, and I have a little flower here. It's kind of a, I don't know, it's just a little bud. It's just a tiny little bud. So we're going to take that. Let's go ahead. We're going to put one kind of right here, and let's come up here. Let's put another one maybe right here. And let's do one more kind of over on the side here, like that. Okay? So I've got some pretty buds there. And let's clean these up before we go on to the next step. Now, I will tell you that this one has a little fussy cutting in it, but if you have a punch of a flower, you could use that. Hi, Deb. Thanks for joining. Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad that you are here and that you've joined us this evening. I'm going to take this guy out and sit these over here for now. I might want to stamp on the inside. I don't know. Okay, so there's what we have. We're going to go ahead and close this up too. Now, remember I stamped this little flower earlier. So what I'm going to do is find my scissors, and this is the little fussy cutting I was telling you about. But it really doesn't take too long. But if you are not a fussy cut kind of person, you will, use a punch and punch out a flower from some designer paper, or, punch a solid color. There's several, we have a new flower punch that's in the mini catalog. I don't have that one, but this won't take too long. All right. So how are you guys liking the mini catalog? Have you got many items out of that catalog? Remember, I always like to use what comes up new with what we already have, right? We can always find new things that we want to purchase, but we also have things that we still have and we need to use. And why did we buy them? Because we really liked them. So let's use them. But see there, I'm already done cutting that out. Hi, Roxanne. Welcome. Okay, so you got that one little fussy cut. And so let's go ahead and we've got all that done. So we're going to go ahead and put our card together. All right. One last thing I didn't grab is I need to grab my basket full of, what are they called? Embellishments. I'm looking for my pretty little butterflies. And where for art thou? I don't even know. There they are, way in the very back. Okay, let's go ahead and put the card together. We are going to need these. So here is the front of our card. And we are going to go ahead, and this is going to go on the front of our card. And I'm just going to use our Stampin' Seal and put adhesive on there. This is non-directional, so you don't have to worry about how that comes up. I lost my live. Where did that go? Interesting. Okay, there we are. Goodness, that was weird. You love the mini catalog? Good. You like too much? Okay, you guys are all sounding just like me. All right, so this little designer paper is just going to go here, and I don't know if I told you the measurements, but it's 4 by 5 1/4 on the designer paper. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and put down our vellum just to kind of soften things up. Now, anytime you use vellum, you want to make sure that you don't go all the way around the outside. I'm going to have something in the middle, so I only want adhesive kind of in the middle to hold down my vellum. Alrighty, so that's going to go kind of in the middle of our paper, just like that. Alright, That's what we have. Now remember I said we're going to use this ribbon right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this ribbon, and I like to do this technique. You guys know me, but I like to do this technique where you kind of just do a big, I don't know what you call it, like a big Z or whatever. But here is another tip for you when you're doing this type of project, and you're going to go use a lot going back and forth. Just take a piece and then come up here and make your loop. All right, kind of like that. I just want it kind of like that. And then cut your ribbon. So you're not, you save ribbon this way, okay? So when you're doing your projects, do that. And I do have my tape right here, so we're going to see how coordinated I am. We're going to take this, we're going to grab a piece of tape, and we're going to go ahead and lay that down and hold my ribbon on. See, I didn't want to get out of the camera there, but yeah, tape that down because I want that over here. I'm going to come over here and do kind of the same thing. All right, make sure your tape isn't showing like that. So we are going to come over here and cut that in a little angle. Okay, and let's come up here and do another loop so that we look like we've done a nice little Y, or whatever you want to call it, a Z, I guess, right here, and cut that. Okay, let's coordinate myself here and tape these down on this side. Okay, ta-da! All right, so that's what the back looks like, right? But look how pretty the front is. Okay, so we're done with this ribbon. And again, you're going to have all the parts and pieces in your kit if you purchase the $35 with me. If you go to the $50, you will get embellishments free. And then this is actually going to kind of go right over the vellum here. So let's go ahead. We're going to put some dimensionals on here. Just looking to see who joined. I see quite a few of you on here. Thank you so much for joining this evening to see what I've come up with. I hope that you'll like these projects, and that as we go along that the tips are good. And if you learn something new, tell me. I love it when you guys say, hey, I never heard that before. That is what makes my day. Okay, so there we are. So you kind of want to put that in the middle of your vellum piece there. All right. I'll bring this up close as we get done a little more. And this little guy is actually going to go right over here, and it's also going to get popped up. I'm going to use mini dimensionals with that. Hi, Jeanne. Welcome. All right. Let's get this little mini. I just went out of the camera for whatever reason. Okay, so where's my, way over here is my sentiment. Okay, let's see. And, let's see, I took the back off. Now my sentiment, I'm going to have to cut it down a little bit. But I want the sentiment's kind of going to go over here. I'm just trying to decide where this little guy is going to go. All right, so kind of like that. So there, my flower's going to go there. Let's go ahead. Let's cut this at an angle. I like my angles. And that's going to kind of go underneath here. So I need to cut just a little bit more of this off, okay? There we go. Thank you for sharing. You like the ribbon technique? You haven't seen that before? Okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know that was something new. I'm excited about that. All right, we're going to put this down flat. Now, see how this comes off of, this is raised up here. So you'll want to just add a dimensional down there on the very end so that kind of holds it up. And then I'm going to put regular adhesive, just the seal there, so that will stay on where my flower is at. And then squeeze that right in there, just like that. Alrighty, and see how that will hold this up, kind of pop it up. All right, so, oh my gosh, that's so cute. And then the last thing we're going to do is grab some of these little butterflies and pull, if I can get them out. There we go. Let me grab my Take Your Pick tool, and we're going to put a few butterflies on here also. So let's see here. Let's grab a big one. Let's put one right there. Let's grab another big one with my tool, if I can do this, Barb. I think I'm getting to the point I need to put some new sticky in here. Okay, there. This one is going to kind of go like that. And then one little one, we'll bring that, maybe, let's bring that up here. There we go. How do you like that? So let's bring this up close so you can see it better. All right. The hooray is not real in your face. It's nice and subtle. And then you've got the paper looking good. Let me see. I'm going to see if this might be too bright, but there you go. There, you can see the colors a little better. I had pulled down the light. Okay. And you know what? I forgot. Thank you guys. I love the hearts. You'll have a white piece for the inside, because that's what I was going to wait and stamp some more, but I don't have a white piece cut, and yeah, but you'll have a white piece and you can stamp your flowers in there. But this is a great little set. It's got some really good sentiments in there. Let me pull it back in here, and it's called Simply Fabulous. If you joined us later, that is the stamp set that I used, Simply Fabulous. Okay, that was project number 1. So now I just need to clear all this off so that you can see the next project. Oh, let's see here. Okay. Tell me what you think, you guys. Thank you. Did the light help? Somebody tell me if putting the light down here helps, or if it's just too much shadow. Because I see shadow when I do it. Let me see. I'm going to pull this back up. There we go. I don't know. I think I like it better without it right there on everything. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like that card. Fantastic. All right. Next project. Let's go ahead and move this out of the way. I don't know where my other thing went to, my scissors, but we'll do that. Okay, so there is the project number 1 and project number 2. We are going to use Seaside Bay. Okay? Seaside Bay is, I love the way that they have cut these stamps and created these designs. And the paper, oh my gosh, the paper is something else. All right, so let me just grab the things that we need. Move that up here. And we're going to use the punch that I like to use a lot with the Ticket Rectangle punch. We're going to use Thank You, and this one, and this one. And we're using gray granite on this project. Now, I want to tell you something, okay, you guys? This stamp set, I have a class that's coming in for February with this stamp set, this bundle. And so I'll tell you about that in just a second. But for today, I'm going to share another project. This is not one that's in the class. This is one extra. So when you do the class and you get all your things, you'll have another idea. But I do want to tell you that the friends are like seashells and even ocean front, okay? Those are in the annual catalog. These are beautiful to coordinate with the Seaside Bay. Sentiments in here are wonderful, and you know we have this amazing folder that is a hybrid Anyway, so many great things. So you might have this from back before when this was in a mini catalog. Use it. It goes wonderful with this, and so does Ocean Front. The rocks and this, all this, that's awesome. Okay, I just wanted to share that. So if you have those, that would be something you might want to consider. Alrighty. So I've already pulled out the stamps I'm going to use from the Seaside Bay, and let's go ahead and see what I got. So this is Sahara Sand. This is one of the colors that's on the designer paper. I have the designer paper over here, and I'll show you that after I get done with this card. Sahara Sand. Hi, Shar. Welcome. 8.5 by 5.5, and folded, or at 4 1/4, or folded in half. And we have this is for the inside, so I did the inside for this one. How about that? We're going to go with the petal pink, and this is 4 by 5 1/4, and then the white will be 3 3/4 by 5. That's for the inside. Hi, Elaine. And then on the front, we're also going to use petal pink. Thank you for sharing, Elaine and Shar. I sure appreciate it. 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then you're going to get 2 pieces of designer paper. Now this is one of them, and it has the petal pink is in the paper here. I'm just looking at this to see how you can see the petal pink there. And then here's a trick we're going to do. You're going to get a solid piece of this one, okay? And then we're going to be using, I'll show you how I use this punch to do what I needed to do. So I already have a strip for our the front, and this one is, I believe, hi Carol, 5 inches by a 1/2 inch. And then I've just pre-punched out of a scrap the Sahara Sand. All right, I have my Stampin' Up little thing on, and I've got to take it off because I am getting warm. Okay, hold on 1 second here. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to grab some scrap paper and my sponge, just because. All right, we got this and all these pieces. Let me get these pieces out of the way. I'm falling apart. Okay. We're going to be stamping on the Sahara Sand, so let's just pull this in here. And I chose gray granite because it kind of pulls out the color this is Sahara Sand, but this darker piece that's in this paper, I thought the gray granite would really pull that in. And so that's why I chose this. And so here we go. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to stamp thank you for everything. And I don't think that's on there very straight. So let me try this again. I don't want to get my head in the way, but I do have to come up here and make sure. Hopefully that looks a little straighter. Okay, so let's ink this up, and again, this is gray granite ink, and thank you for everything, and I'm going to stamp that kind of in the middle. There we go. All right, beautiful. So then I'm going to take this shell that's in the Seaside Bay. We're going to ink that up, all right, full strength, and then I'm going to stamp it off, and then I'm going to come right in here where I have some space and stamp that. Then I'm going to stamp it off again, and one more time. I want it a little bit lighter, and let's come up and let's do that. All right, and then I'm going to stamp that off twice, and then I'm going to just put it up in the corner there. So here's what I have, just a little bit of shells on the front of the card, okay? So maybe this card is going to be easier. There's not as many steps, I guess, to this card, but that's okay. All right, so there's that. I'm going to close this up for now. We're going to use it again in a minute, but I'm going to close it up for now. So let me share with you what I did, how I did this. So you're going to have one whole piece of paper here. You will need to have this punch, and then you're going to come in here, all right, and I pushed this in as far as it would go. See that? So pretend this is a whole piece. You're going to push this in as far as it will go, and then bring it down so that you have, you know, about a ½ inch sticking up from the top of your punch. And then you're going to punch that, okay? So you only have a little piece. So this is what came out, right? There's that. This piece is, I believe, 2 inches by 5 inches. And this is 2 inches by 5 inches, all right? So that was punched. So we're done with this punch, okay? Now your front piece right here is 4 1/4 by 5. And so what you're going to do is these pieces, look at this paper is like, has gold in it. Can you see that gold there? I don't know. I'm looking to see if I can see how you really can't see the gold. My light is not doing well tonight. But anyway, there's gold in this paper. This is considered a specialty paper. And then you can see that there's gold in the back of this one. But we're using this side. All right, so here's what we're going to do, guys. Let's get our adhesive, and we are going to put that on the back of the piece that we punched. It's got like a wood, it looks like wood grain, kind of, I guess. All right, and so I'm just going to make sure that I have, let's see here. You know what? I need to put this piece on first. This piece goes on first, I think. Yeah. Just had to think about my steps here. And there's one of these, I believe it's in blue in the packet, and then this one has the petal pink background. So, if you wanted to make it more, you know, like the ocean and stuff, you could use the blue one, but I just thought I wanted this petal pink because it's nice and soft. Okay, so there's that. And so now, I'm just going to take this piece, and we are going to make sure that we have like a 1/4 inch and match it up on the sides. Just like that, okay? All right, so that's what you have. Super easy. We're going to take this piece right here. Now, you could, we have some Sahara Sand ribbon that is a dual packet. It's in the annual catalog, and it has, the dual part of that is old olive ribbon and Sahara Sand. So there's that option. I'm looking. Am I straight? Okay, there we go. That's what we have. Okay. Nothing fancy here. But that's what we have. Then the next thing we're going to do is right here. This is our next piece that we're using. We're going to take dimensionals on the back of the piece that we stamped. And we're going to make this really kind of cool. The reason that I punched this out is to give a little bit of different dimension kind of look. So I'm going to bring this up closer. See here, I'm not going to cover that up. I want to have some of that petal pink show. So I'm going to bring this down, and I need to get my head a little closer. I want a little bit of that petal pink to show on the top and the side. All right, so there you go. Can you see that? Let me see if I bring this down. There you go. You can see that a little better. Just gives it some more dimension. All right, that's it. And then it's really going to pop when we add, you're a sucker for anything ocean. I know, especially right now when it's so stinking winter. Ocean sounds amazing. All right, so this is going to be the front of your card. And let's just get that kind of in here. Just like that. This is it looks so good, you guys. All right. Just like that. And then let's go ahead and do our inside. So this is going to go down. You'll have a double mat on the inside. So again, you can get this kit by purchasing at least $35 with me. If you go to the $50, you will get the free item from Stampin' Up, and you will get a free embellishment from me. So let's go back to our ink, and I have this really pretty piece right here. We're going to ink this up, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp that kind of down here, just like that. So we have something like that on the inside, right? And that's it for the inside, just so we have, you know, kind of bring the front to the inside. I've heard some demonstrators say bring the party inside, or I don't know. That's kind of funny saying. All right, and then that just will mount right here and give yourself a nice border all the way around. Okay, there you go. Just like that. There's the front. But let's go ahead and put something on the front. Okay, let's put some embellishments on the front. Let me grab, first of all, I'm going to clean these stamps that I used. Okay. Oh, you know what would be pretty is to stamp the shells on the envelope. Let's see, what time is it? How am I doing on time? Okay. But yeah, you can put your, do your stamping on the envelope, which would be amazing. Okay, so let's do that, and then here. I am going to do one more thing, and let me grab these embellishments. Now again, this is just an extra idea, so if you decide to take the February class with me, and by the way, everybody that took the class, the Beautifully Happy class, my order with the product is supposed to be here tomorrow, so it will be in the mail. As soon as those come in tomorrow, I'll be getting those in the mail first thing Saturday morning. Thank you, Colleen. All right, so we have some different, I don't think anybody realizes, but did you know that we have the faux sea glass shapes that are in the annual catalog? And they coordinate with this paper, you guys. So we're going to use these as our embellishment. And so let's grab, and so you've got some green in here, or the pool, kind of the pool party color right here, goes with these guys. So I think I'm going to pull in those. There's also white. Thank you, Jan. I'm glad you like it. We're going to pull in these pool party, and let's just go ahead and maybe we could, I don't know what it would look like, but let's see. Can we do, maybe put some, yeah, let's do that. Let's put some sea glass on our strip here, just like that, and let's grab this one, this big one here, and let's bring it right over there. Look at that. It just kind of gives you something extra for that card, using this sea glass, and it goes, like I said, it's perfect with this paper. Now that would be a good, I mean, this one could still be even a masculine card, even though it's got the peach color in there, because you don't have like real sparkly or ribbon bows. So it is a good one for to use in a masculine sense if you're looking for that. But there is an additional idea. So let me share with you. So what's going to be in the class? The class is the $35 class. You get 4 ideas, 2 of each idea. I will be honest with you, I can't make up my mind. I've been coming up with some ideas here. But the class itself will include the blue ribbon, as long as it does not go out of stock. Things are like, well, right now the Country Bouquet ribbon is out. You'll get the sea glass. You will get a half a pack of the paper. Now you can see I've been using a lot of it, but this paper is so gorgeous, you guys. There's all kinds of different things in here, and I've featured some cards with this back on week 1, I think. Yeah, so half a pack, roll of ribbon, and the sea glass. What was I going to share? I have samples to show you. Oh my gosh. Get your head together here, Barb. All right, so that's card number 2. That comes in the kit when you purchase through, I think, February 20, anyway, not February, till January 31st, okay? All right, that's card number 2. All right, so let me show you these samples. All right, I'm going to show you these samples really quick. All right. Gosh, I need to make more space. Let's do this over here. Oh. Okay. Here's the first one. Isn't that pretty? Can you see how that's done? All right, and look at this. This is a fun fold. Alrighty. So there is one idea. Like I said, I have not chosen all of them that are going to be in the kit or the class. Okay, this is a cool technique. I'm pretty sure this one will be in the class, but this is an awesome technique. See the shimmer paper? This one is another fun fold, which is gorgeous. I love it. So you will need the dies for this class, okay? Sorry, I keep getting way too high, it looks like, when I'm looking through these. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How gorgeous is this? This is a special technique on this one. I'm going to bring the crab up, okay? And that is stamped. This one is so pretty. I use the dies and cut out some of the specialty paper there. See it sparkle a little bit? This is designer paper, designer paper, designer paper. Oh, and I use the sending support. Thank you, Margaret. This one I might have shown. I didn't know if I showed it before, but how cute is that? And see, look, this is the stamp set and the folder from the seashells. Friends are like seashells. Now this one, I totally cased this from Janet Wakeland. But look at this, you guys. How gorgeous. Can you see? This has some different things, though. This one has the flat pearls. And look at that. Oh, my gosh. I love that one. And then this is just a different one using the rectangle dies, stitch rectangle dies. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I've been playing with this one a little bit. And I haven't decided what the cards are going to be. But they're all gorgeous. They're all gorgeous. All right, so our last card will take a minute, and you only have 3 because this last card will just takes a minute. And not because it's hard, it's just several pieces, and so that's why. So, now, thank you, how many of you realize that this can be used for so much more than Valentine's, you guys, okay? And yes, the punch is not orderable and will be back in April, okay? But these are easy to cut out. They're not hard at all. But when you have something that goes on not orderable, you figure out another way. And so that's exactly what I've done with the card that I have for you, all right? So let me grab all my things. Oh, I just dropped something. Hang on. Oh, gosh. Hang on. Okay, I dropped a piece out of here. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. It froze for a second, and I thought I was gone, but I think I'm back. Yes. Okay, good. Okay, so we are going to use these beautiful punches, all right, because I bet you guys have these, and you can't, the one that goes with this is not there, but we're going to make this really cool card. Okay, so let's put our punches right here. Well, actually, I've already punched my pieces out that I'm going to be using, but I wanted to show you that I changed up and used these punches. Okay, all right. I just need to grab all my parts and pieces here. Now, the other thing that is on not orderable is the real red and burlap ribbon. Okay, this is awesome ribbon. However, you can't purchase it, so I'm not going to show you. We have other coordinating things, such as this natural finish ribbon that goes just as well. So that's what we're using in this other project. Okay, and I have several stamps here that I'm just going to pull them all out. We're done using this. I just wanted to share with you what stamps that I'm using. So let's just bring all of the stamps that we need. Okay, we're also going to be using the, have to find where I put it. Oh, there it is. We're going to use the mini boss, okay, the mini cut and boss machine. So if you are not a discount shopper, now's the time. Let me tell you, now is the time. And you will get a free mini cut and emboss machine in the boho blue, which I did not go ahead and purchase it because I already have one and I didn't need to. Hi Diane, welcome. So make sure you go back and watch the replay. We're on card number 3 if you're just joining. And anyway, so yeah, we're going to use a mini cut and emboss to emboss this piece right here. Well, it's our, let's see. Nope, I do have to emboss it. Okay, so the first thing, let's see, how do I want to do this? Lots of stamps, but I think you're going to love this project, you guys. Okay, all right, let's get that. All right, see all the parts and pieces here? So I have Sweet Sorbet, 8.5 by 5.5, folded or scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece right here. This is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4, I believe, because I want it to go through, yeah, 3 3/4. So if you're going to use the little embossing folders in your mini emboss machine, you have to make sure your paper is a certain size. It cannot be wider than 3 3/4. But that works perfect, okay? And by 5 1/4. That's what I have here. I have a piece of designer paper, and this is 11 by 1.5. It's blue on this side, but we're using the little hearts, and it is directional. You want to make sure you have it the right direction. Of course, yours will be correct in the kit, but if you're making them on your own, just make sure that you have it the right direction. So 11 inches by 1.5, and then we're going to score this in just a second. And then, like I said, I've already pre-punched these, so I've punched out 1, 2 whites of the scallop. I have punched crumb cake without scallops, another white with scallops, and then crumb cake with scallops, and then one without. So that's what I have, right? So you'll have all these in your kit. I have a strip of 1/2 inch, I believe. Yep, 1/2 inch to stamp on and cut down. Now this little guy right here, this is from the stamp set, the guy stamp set, if I can find it. Yeah, he's all that. Okay, well it's a bundle. It's called All That Dies. And look at these label dies that are in this set. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And so I use this circle one right here, and that's how I came up with this piece. Okay? And you know that you can purchase those dies just by themselves. You don't have to get the stamp set. So the dies are awesome. All right. So let's get this going so that we can see what we need to stamp. All right. Let me grab up my mat one more time. And then we're going to start doing some stamping. We're going to stamp first, okay? Then we'll do the other things. So, grab these. This is going to be for the embossing. Yep. All right, let me grab these pieces. We're going to stamp. There we go. All right. So, Sweet Sorbet is one that we're going to be using here. And Crumb Cake. Those are the two colors. So let's start out with Sweet Sorbet. And we are going to be stamping on this and this. The first thing I'm going to do is this outline heart. Is ink that up in the Sweet Sorbet. That's going to get stamped kind of like in my circle. All right. And move that over here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to keep the Sweet Sorbet, and I want to stamp with love. Okay, with love. And that just gets stamped. I'm coming up close if my head gets in the way. There we go. Needs to go on there. And I have a bigger piece because we want to, we're going to trim that off. And I have a trick to show you. I think, hopefully, I don't know, this is something new that you might not know either. I'm just full of tricks tonight. Okay, I'm cleaning this off. I'm done with that one. All right, there we go. Okay, so those heart punches. Watch what you can do. See this piece right here? Well, first of all, let me cut this down a little bit. I'm going to take my With Love and slide it inside here, and I can make a little arrow with my punch. See that? I'm going to pull this around, and I'm going to do an arrow on this side, making sure I have about the same space, just like that. Okay? So yeah, that's another way that you can use that heart punch. Ha ha ha. Okay, so there's that. Let's go on to Crumb Cake. And we are going to go ahead and take our lined up heart. Now, I don't need the little heart right now, so I'm just going to ink up with Crumb Cake the heart that has the lines. And I need to get a little closer to my heart here, and I'm stamping that inside the lines, or right, yeah, that fits right. Did you know that was like two-step there? And look at that. There you go. See that color? Every once in a while I can get it the right. There we go. So there's that. And let's clean this off because I will use the little heart here in just a moment. Alrighty. Now, we have a couple of things that we're doing here. So, I'm going to set this is stamped, so I'm going to set this aside. We have one of our scallop hearts, and I need to stamp with Sweet Sorbet. Well, okay, that's going to have Sweet Sorbet on it. This one is going to have a combination. So yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. So I am going to stamp on this white heart, and I'm going to take the little heart on the other end of that. And I'm going to stamp this little guy kind of right up in here. Okay? Okay, there's that. And now I'm done with this heart set here, or this stamp. Just putting it out of the way. Okay. Now let's go ahead and take this one. I'm going to do some stamping on the solid piece here. And we have this little sprig, so I'm going to ink this up. And let's just go ahead and do that and ink it up again. I think I'm going to do another little sprig there. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I'm going to go with the outline. There's two sets of hearts here, and they will go inside each other too if you wanted to do the two-step stamping with that. but I'm going to go ahead and put a couple hearts there. Let's go up here. And I need my scrap, and I'm going to come off my page a little bit. And let's just go ahead and do kind of off the page heart there. All right? Okay, so there's that. That's going to go with that. And then next, we are going to go ahead and take the solid hearts, and I'm going to ink that up in the crumb cake, and this little guy is kind of going to go right there, okay, in the crumb cake. So I'm just trying to get all my crumb cake done at once. That's all. So next, this is a Valentine card. You don't have to put Valentines. You can put whatever you want to. You don't even have to use this stamp set, but this is a really cool idea. Now, Happy Valentine's Day. I didn't cut this, but I could have. And but what I'm going to do is take the word happy, and I don't know if I can get up here in the camera. I'm just going to ink up my word happy. That's all I want in the crumb cake. All right? And let's come on up here, and happy will just kind of go right there. Okay? The word happy. I'm going to clean this off. I love how fast and easy my Stampin' chamois is. Okay. And then I'm done with the crumb cake, so now let's go on to the sweet sorbet. Open this up. Now I'm going to do Valentine's Day, and I'm only going to, see if I can get in here, you can see it. I'm only inking up the word Valentine's Day. Okay? And put that over here for a second. I knew I'd get something on me at some point. All right. So happy Valentine's Day right there. Okay. Now look, how pretty is that, having the combination of the colors? Just like that. Okay. All right. So next, okay, there's that. So I'm going to put that up here. That one's done. That one's done. We need some hearts on this one. And I have one more heart here somewhere, I know. Are there two here? I have another one. Where is it? I might have to punch it. I don't know what happened to it. I should have another scallop heart. Okay, that's one. Okay. Oh, there it is. Ha! Hiding. Found it. Okay. All right. I need some red hearts on here. And so let's go ahead and take the sweet sorbet, and I'm taking the solid, and I'm just going to ink that up, and I'm going to do some hearts there, and I'm going to come down here and do second generation, or second, yeah. Okay, so I've got two tones there with the red, with the sorbet. And then let's take this one, and we are going to just do some pretty hearts. All right, so let's go here once, and here twice, and then let's come up here maybe 3 times before I re-ink it, and then I'm going to do another one. Let's solid. Okay, now when you come off the thing like that, you want to ink it up and stamp it off, and then bring your next color in, okay, so that you don't get that half look there. Let's see, I'm going to do a full strength kind of right there, and come up here with the little one, full strength right there. I went too much of a line on that one, but it's okay. Doesn't matter. We're good. we'll be okay. All right, so next we are ready to do some scoring, embossing, and we're going to put this card together. All right, I need to get this red out of here before something crazy happens. Okay, and done. Okay, so stamps are done, out of the way. We're almost done. Okay, and I have some great samples to show you with this paper. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our cutter, and I need to do some scoring. And let me see if I can get this so that I can bring the arm out because you got to do some scoring so I wrote my cheat sheet here, and so what you're doing is you're going to score this at 8 inches, okay? So basically, I'm finding my 8 inches right here, bring it right there, and then make sure that you have your cutter blade out of the way, and then you just do scoring, and don't do too hard because you don't want to cut your paper. So 8 inches, and then pull this to 5.5, right there, and score, and then 3 inches, okay? Okay, that's what we need on our scoring. So now let's go ahead and we are going to run through the emboss machine here. This is our little mini embossing, and this is the eucalyptus. There's 2 pieces. It comes in a 2-pack, but can you see that pretty design? We are going to take this piece right here. If I can get this open. This is one of the 3D, but yeah, your sorbet. And what you want to do is you just want to make sure you have this lined up in the middle and get it straight before you run it through. So make sure that you got that in the middle, just like that. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And then the 2 sandwiches, you need plate number 1 and you need plate number 4 in order to run through the 3D embossing. So there's that. So you make your sandwich is basically what you're doing, okay? So let's lay this down. I don't want to move my, this will be embossed for you, okay? So if you get the kit, that'll be embossed for you. So all right, so I'm ready to run this through in my machine. So let's run this through and see the magic on the other side. Okay. Let me put this out of the way. All right, and make sure that when you're using these, that the piece that you want to pop out at you, oh, look what I did. I was not careful, and I smushed that side. But that's okay. It's all right. But yeah, I would always suggest using the bigger one, but these smaller ones will run through the small machine. But there is your embossed part. Okay, and then let's go ahead and put our card together. We are ready to do this. All right, let's move this out of the way so we can see better. There we go. All right, now this piece, you've got the 3 scores, and so that's going to go down, let's see here, this comes this way, then this way, then this way. Oh, I did something wrong because it's too long. I scored something wrong. Oh, you know what? I don't think this is supposed to be 11 inches, and I think that it is, I left it at 12. I forgot to cut it. Let me just double check. Because if that's the case, I'm hoping I'm still good. I'm good. So, I'll have to cut this end. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Whew. Yep, that's the problem. Okay. I just forgot to cut this little inch off of the end. Oh, now we're good. Goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Because the deal is this. It's supposed to fold like that. Okay? It's supposed to fold up so it matches, right? Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, there we go. So this is going to go on the inside. And so what I'm going to do is make sure that my hearts are the right way. This is the first piece that's going to go down. So let's get the adhesive and put this adhesive on here. Okay. So that's going to go to the edge, right about in the middle, right there. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and put the adhesive on here, and then close this and push it down, because see there, when you open it, you have a fun fold piece. And then the next thing we're going to do is put our pieces together. So this piece, the Happy Valentine, that's going to be flat, and that's what I want them to see when they open it. So that's going to go right here. You can put it down or up. I don't know. I think I'll put it down a little bit. There, just like that. And then over on this side, we're going to take these pretty hearts, and they're going to go on this side. Excuse me. This gets mounted onto the scallop white, and this just coordinates so good, you guys. And this one is going to go right over here. Now make sure that if you're not putting this, you know, if you're putting it on the piece that pops up, make sure that you don't get adhesive in places that you don't need adhesive. Alrighty. So I'm going to have that like right here. And then we have one more to go right there. And that is this one. Okay. And that's going to go on the crumb cake. These look so awesome. Let's see here. We got that. Let's just put that there. And I had to, I want to eyeball it first so I know where to put my adhesive. Thanks, Sue. I'm glad that you like it. And then make sure that you have this to the place where you can fold your card all right. Okay. So there you are. Now this is kind of, I don't know. Let me see. Maybe I want to move this one down a little bit. Let me see if I can get it off of here. It's just me. There we go. There we go. That's what I want. I just didn't want them the same when you open it. Okay? See that? Ta-da! All right, we're ready to put this piece together. So let's take our ribbon. Like I said, if you have the coordinating ribbon, you could use that. If you're making it on your own, thank you. Or you can, like I said, we have coordinating stuff. So I'm going to take this, and this is just going to come around, and I'm just going to do a knot instead of a bow because this is a little bit wider. And let's see here. Let's cut this off. All right. I think we're almost to the finish line. So this is card number 3. And like I said, you will get all the parts and pieces. Come back to the video and put your cards together with the instructions here. And the link is available right there for you to click to order so that you can get this kit free. All right, let's bring that here like that. Now, once you have this done, you got some frayed pieces going on there. So I'm going to pull this over this way just a little bit. Get this. I want this over to the edge a little more. There we go. Okay? Because I want my circle is going to go right there. So let's take this and fix that. Ooh. Big angle. And then let's cut this so that we don't have all that fraying going on from my fingers doing its thing. Just like that. And then let's get some dimensionals and pop this up. This is so pretty. Oh my gosh, you know what? I think I'm going to, Wink Stella would be awesome on here if you have Wink Stella. So this is just going to go right here, kind of in the middle of the sprig. So when you see the, I'll bring it up. So yeah, so you can see your embossing there. I'm also going to take dimensionals and pop this up. Hi, Pam. Thank you. The fun fold is a good one. Yes. It's an easy one, honestly. And you could do it landscape, too, if you had, see there, you could do it landscape or the other way, like we did tonight. Okay, and so with love, we'll kind of just go across here, just like that. And then this piece is going to go flat onto the front of the card. Just make sure you got enough adhesive since you got the ribbon behind it, you know. Ooh, I think I'm at the end. Look at that. Just as I was finishing. How about that? All right, so that's going to go right in the front of your card. Same tone, just gives you that little bit of a dimension as you're putting it all together. And again, if you already have the ribbon and you got it before it was sold out, you're good. You could use all that and the punch and the hearts and all that from the paper. But I improvised, you know. Be creative. Figure some other stuff out. So there you go. Fun fold. Awesome. Da da da. So that's card number 3. And let me show you a few samples before we finish up here. If I can grab them. I don't know if some of these I don't know if I've showed these to you before, but we're going to put all 3 of the cards here in a second. But look at some of these samples. This one is Granddaughter, using the petal pink ribbon that we used earlier. This one is very fun, where you take 2 pieces of designer paper and then you cut them at an angle. You've got, so you can get 2 cards with 1 cut in the 2 papers. I love this one. And this is the ribbon that is sold out, but this is from our one-day retreat. This one also is from the retreat. This one was from a swap, and it's using a combination of the gingham and the designer paper with the stamp set. That's from Nettie Turner. This one is fun. This is a fun fold. This is using any sentiment that you have, but you've got the designer paper here and here, and then the stamps on the inside. This one's really fun. You got the pool party gingham ribbon that's in the mini, and then using the different colors instead of red. This one is from Melinda Anderson. This is a design I did using the shimmer paper. Okay, stamping on the inside, bringing that. This one I demonstrated a few weeks ago. And then this one is using the ribbon, and again, this little oval, I believe, I think that is out of the, this oval is the one that's in the guy set, the All That dies. And last but not least, this is a really fun, using the border dies and highlighting the paper, and then just stamping some of the hearts on the inside. So there are some samples to show you, but here are, let me go ahead and get the cards for you. Bring them all back in so you can see. And card number 3, let's see here, I'm going to, that one. Here's card number 2. And card number 1. All right, there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed them. Again, if you are watching this on YouTube, make sure that you give me the thumbs up. It helps the algorithm stuff. Yeah, let me bring this one closer so you can see that. Anyway, I think they're pretty cool. I love how we coordinate. Stampin' Up has great stuff to coordinate. Thank you so much for watching, and I am just going to say I hope that you'll come back next week. I'll have information about the Seaside class for February coming up. If there's any questions that you have, anything I can help you with, please give me a private message, call, text, whatever there is to get in touch with me. But yeah, I hope that you'll choose to purchase with me. That helps me in my business. And it allows me to keep doing fun stuff like this and giving you guys classes. So have a great rest of your night and enjoy the weekend, and hopefully you won't have too much snow that you can't get around. All right, you guys. Bye-bye.